Hi, and welcome to the Buxom Boudoir Studio, specifically the Buxom Boudoir Studio wardrobe. My name is Alicia. I'm a boudoir photographer in Wisconsin, and I've been doing this for 8 years. And over the course of 8 years, I have collected a lot of lingerie, which comes in handy for my clients because then they can borrow items and they don't have to go out and buy things. It's especially helpful for my bridal clients because they've got a million other things going on. They do not want to have to think about what they are wearing for their boudoir session. And if they can borrow from me, great. I'm taking one thing off of their already very full plate, which is why I love having a studio wardrobe. So I thought today it would be fun to look at some of my favorite bridal pieces that I tend to pull for people when they book a session. And maybe you'll be inspired. You can borrow from me, or you'll want to go out and purchase something similar for your boudoir session. So let's jump in. So right off of the bat, of course, a tried and true item would be a white or cream bodysuit or bra and underwear set. It's classic. It matches the bridal vibes. White looks good on just about anyone, in my opinion. And it feels very feminine and soft. So a lot of my bridal boudoir clients like to wear white as one of the outfits during their session. If you do choose to wear white and you want it to feel even more bridal, then I recommend adding a veil to this. And if you don't have a veil, but you do not want to risk bringing your veil to your boudoir session, fair enough, I have one. So I actually purchased this before my sister's wedding. I knew I wanted a veil in the studio for people to borrow. And she was getting married, and I thought, well, let me just message her and see if there's a kind of veil that she wants to wear, and then I'll just buy that, and I'll use it in my studio, and I'll let her borrow it on her wedding day. So this has officially been used in a wedding. I feel like it has good vibes then, good juju. But it's a floor-length, cathedral-length tulle veil. Very simple, which I like because then it matches everybody's lingerie. If somebody brings in a bridal look, I know for sure this will match it. And it's so much fun to pose with, which is why I really love shooting veils. So for example, I'll show you. Easily pop it into the hair with a comb. All right, once it's on, it's really easy to pose with. We can pull it up near our chest. You can wrap it around yourself. We can bring it to the side and play with the fabric. I've taken it outside and we've let it like blow in the wind and get really cool, like dramatic type shots. There's just so much stuff you can do with a veil and with a really long length of tulle. I've had people shoot with nothing underneath it, just the veil. That's very fun and spicy, but I do think it is a go-to for a reason. From a posing aspect, there's a lot we can do with it. And from just a classic bridal aspect, you look and feel like a bride when you're wearing a veil. Even if you're not planning on wearing one on your actual wedding day, still a ton of fun to shoot with. Another option that I bring up for some of my bridal clients is to wear something blue. And they don't often think about this, but I think boudoir being your something blue is really cute. You know, you got your something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. And I guess if you borrow from my studio wardrobe, we're ticking 2 boxes there. But something blue fits that line. Super cute. It adds color into your session, which is nice. I think sometimes people hear bridal boudoir and they assume every look has to be white. No, none of your looks have to be white. We can make that perfectly clear. But certainly not all of them. We want some variety. So something blue for your boudoir session, highly recommend. I also very much encourage bringing in an accessory or a piece of wardrobe that means something to you and your significant other. It could be a prop, it could be anything, but something reminiscent of the relationship that you and your partner have. Including that in a boudoir session makes it even more intimate, even more unique, even more special. And when your person is looking through your album and they see that item, it's like, oh, well, this is us. Like, you did this for me, and you wore the necklace I bought you, or, oh my gosh, you snuck my work jacket out of the house and shot with it. That's so sweet. I don't have anything, obviously, personal and unique to each individual couple, but I do have some things like, you know, sports attire. So if you, for example, really are into the Green Bay Packers right now, it's football season. If that is something that you and your partner love to watch together, you go to the games, you could wear something like this, and then it's special and it's memorable to the both of you. I once had a client, let me pull something from the wardrobe actually, now that we're talking. I once had a client who loved Quick Trip. She and her significant other both loved Quick Trip. And she wore Quick Trip underwear for her session. Did we know that Quick Trip made underwear? You probably didn't. I did. So I went and bought these. Funny enough, she bought her own pair, but I also had these in the studio wardrobe, which I just thought was really, really funny because we might be the only 2 people in Wisconsin to own these. But I have them. If you guys are really into Quick Trip, I have Quick Trip underwear that you can wear. And it just makes your bridal boudoir session even more just special and personal to the 2 of you. And last, but certainly not least, hopefully we don't hear it on the mic. Last, but certainly not least, I love body jewelry. I think it's so decadent and luxurious. This one ties around the waist and is like a little bra. It's got all of these gorgeous pearls. This is probably my like showstopper when it comes to bridal boudoir. I love this piece. I have several other body jewelry options as well for people if they want to vibe with something else. But I love shooting this set. And I think it's absolutely perfect for brides. You can wear it with lingerie. You can wear it without lingerie. Choice is yours. I think it's really cool if you want to do like a semi-nude look where it's like, yeah, you're nude, but like you're wearing something kind of, sort of. This is a really good place for that to exist. And it's just very pretty. When else are you ever going to wear something like this? So it's fun to play dress up with all of the kind of out of the box things that I have in the studio wardrobe. But those are just some of my favorites. I would love to know if one of these was also your favorite. Please tell me in the comments. I would love to hear it. And if you did a bridal boudoir session, what did you wear for your shoot? I'd love to hear about that as well. Thank you for joining me in the studio today. I will catch you all again in another episode every Saturday. We'll be here. So check it out. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you do want more photography education. And I will see you all again then. Bye.